The thoughts, views, and opinions are that of my own. I am not a salesman. I cannot be bought. Remember, this is all entertainment. Let's go.
The cipher. It's the new cipher.
Listen, man, we're going to have a long night tonight. We're going to talk about vacation fragrances. I don't know where y'all live at in this world. Make sure my radio's down. But we had snow flurries, bro. I'm kind of over the winter. I don't know if y'all are, but I have vacation, warm, Caribbean on the mind. I've had it on the mind for a minute, and I'm ready to just unleash these fragrances. But let me go ahead and get my water. We're going to do my drink of the day, and we just going to get to it because I don't want to make this video too long.
The cipher. It's the new cipher.
Drink of choice. We're going to do Glenmorangie Limited. We're going to do ice cream. We're going to do that. Outstanding. And then after this, I'm going to try to head out for the night. And I think I'm going to do this Olivia V. Yeah, I'm going to hit that. All right, let's just go ahead and get to it. We're going to go ahead and get to it. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. We don't have all day. We really don't have all day, all night. And let's see if, why is this not working? All right, am I on? Y'all see me? Let me see fire in the chat if y'all see me on. I tried to put it on the screen so I can look at, so I can see everything going on, but just let me see fire in the chat if y'all are in the building and if y'all can see the video. All right, bet we can go ahead and get to it. Rock Boy, I appreciate everybody being in here. We have a long show today. So this is going to be 50 of the, hold on, let me get this off the screen. There we go. All right, we're going to do 50 of the greatest vacation fragrances that I have like in my collection. So let's get to the admins that's in the chat, whoever's here. Be on top of it. These are my rules. This video is about 50 of the greatest fragrances. If anybody comes in here asking about a video I made 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, you can mute them or delete them. I don't care. We're talking about these fragrances. 2, for everybody in the chat who have questions, I need y'all to work together, put each other on to what I'm saying, what fragrances I'm talking about, because if I read every comment and explain to go in depth on every fragrance, this will be 3 hours long, and I don't want to be on live 3 hours long. I'm not Casanat. I'm not doing a 24-hour live. I kind of have a life, and I want to go have a drink or two. I want to get out the house, bro. I'll be outside. I just don't be in the basement sniffing, in the room sniffing fragrances all day. It's the weekend, and it's still early, and I kind of want to head out. So that's what I want to do. So all the comments, I tried to have this on my screen, on my TV screen. Why this isn't playing, I have no idea. Let me see if I can get the video to play so I can read some comments. But I see some comments up there. For whatever reason, it's not playing. Let me see if I get my phone to do it. Ugh. All right. Well, I can see some of the comments up there, so we'll see. I kind of phase it because some of these names, especially with my vernacular, you might not be able to understand the fragrances. So I understand what that's like when you're watching a review and words aren't on the screen and you're trying to figure out what that fragrance is. So let's get to it. Disclaimer. If your favorite fragrance isn't on the list, there's 3 reasons probably why. 1, I don't own that fragrance. 2, I have no desire to own that fragrance. Or 3, I own it and I don't think it deserves to be on this list. This is my list. This is not your list. I'm not a mind reader. We can have difference of opinions. This isn't worth arguing over. This is how I rank them. Whatever you say isn't going to change my mind on how I rank these. So if you like something better than the other, or this is work, I ain't getting into it. That's your list. This is my list. These are my recommendations. This is what I'm wearing. You don't have to wear what I'm wearing, and you can like whatever you like. That's your own prerogative. I'm not telling you how to spend your money or what you should spend your money on. That's not my problem. I don't count other men's pockets or women's pockets. You figure it out. 2, as with all things I say in my videos, sample, sample, sample. I'm going to try my best to quickly describe these fragrances. If my descriptions are intriguing, your first inclination shouldn't be to blind buy. It should be to sample. Why is that? 1, you need to see if you like that fragrance. We aren't the same. We're identical twins. We have different tastes. We do different things. 1, you need to see if you like the fragrance and is it worth it, or how do you value it in your own collection. I'm going to do a video on value, worth, and is it worth it. That's probably going to be one of my next videos. We're going to discuss one of our talking points. You need to see if that fits in your wardrobe. You might have 5 different fragrances or 3 different clones of that type of genre. You should probably look to go elsewhere. 2, if the fragrance I'm discussing isn't better than the top 10 in that genre in your collection, you probably don't need it. Don't let FOMO, don't let hype, don't let my enthusiasm in the fragrance convince you to add something. You would do better buying crypto or stocks than to buy fragrances anyway. That's my belief. Do what you want to do. I'm not your financial advisor, but these are fragrances I love, and I'm going to try my best to describe them in the event you're shopping for a new summer fragrance. Hopefully I can help you out. Again, sample, sample, sample. Because if you get these fragrances that I love, especially my top 10, and you be like, that's your own problem. I don't want to hear about it. Don't come to me and tell me it was okay. I don't care. It's you thinking it's okay. I'm still going to like it the way I like it. That's not going to change my mind. So you should have sampled first. And that's just me telling you to be responsible with your own money. My criteria for this list. My criteria for this list is a vibe. I did a live probably last year or year before last where I talked about matching your fragrances with environment or vibe. That's how I'm ranking these fragrances. There are going to be fragrances that can be 15 that I think could be in the top 5 as far as overall scent. There's going to be a fragrance that's going to be really low that could be in the top 10 on this list if you're talking about scent on scent. But that's not it. It's the vibe for me. These are vacation fragrances, Caribbean fragrances. When I wear these, I want to be transported to the Caribbean. I want to feel like I'm on vacation. A lot of vacation scents aren't overly complex or transitional. Some tend to be linear, some tend to be simple. Listen, man, if you're a niche snob or somebody who be like, fragrances are boring and this smells like some designer, bro, it ain't my problem. Figure it out, right? That's how I'm ranking them. So understand it could be a fragrance I rank high that may be number 21. But for this occasion, that's where it's placed at. Don't get offended with that rank, and don't be surprised if you see some things not ranked higher than what they should be. I just rank them a little bit different. And for transparency, let me see. 1, 2, 3. Out of all these fragrances, only 3 fragrances in this list were gifted to me. 3. And I'll tell you what those fragrances are. But only 3 were gifted to me. Everything else, all 50, I paid for my own money. So there's that. Last but not least, before we start this list, because we're about to get to it, I want to apologize to Creed heads. There are no Creeds on here, but 3 Creeds should be on here. As I said, if it's not on the list, I don't own it, don't want to own it, or don't feel it deserves to be on the list. These Creed fragrances deserve to be on the list. Virgin Island Water, Millesime Imperial, and Arofa. Millesime Imperial and Arofa should have been here in my collection. Joma Shop messed that up. But I think 6 hours or almost 18 hours ago, Max Aroma had a sale on Creed where Millesime Imperial and Arofa was like $215. And if you use your favorite influencer Max Aroma discount code and got 10% off, you was able to get 2 of those for under $400. To me, that's a steal. I don't know if that sale is still going on. You can check your phones. I don't have a Max Aroma discount code. I'm not affiliated with them, but I made 2 so I'm not pushing you there. If you can find a better price, find a better price. But 2 Creeds for under the price of $400, I think is a steal. And I heard the metal caps tend to perform a little bit better than the older versions. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. But Virgin Island Water, I wasn't interested in buying because I have a couple of fragrances that fit that genre that I think are better. So I have no intention of adding that to my collection. But Millesime and Arofa deserve to be on this list. Another fragrance that deserved to be on this list, if you saw my house review of Pedrosat, F-Boy would have made this list. That is like, what, pineapple and cocaine. But it's a great vacation scent. You out Bogota, Medellin, Sosúa, Dominican Republic. Feels like a vibe to me. A1 Puerto Rico. But you have that. And then in my opinion, a fragrance I wanted to add last year, I just didn't because I had other grills I was trying to get that I think deserves to be on this list is Perfuma Roma Acqua de Sal. That definitely, absolutely deserves to be on a vacation list. That is an aquatic, green, salty. That is a great scent to me. So I'm going to add that as soon as I see a good price for that. That's up to my liking. That will be added. So let's just go ahead and get to it. Y'all know how we're going to do. I'm going to do descriptions, my opinion on how to wear those fragrances, and my opinion on how to wear those fragrances. All right, I think I have it going on now, and we'll see if I can get the chat up. Okay. So how to wear those fragrances, like how many sprays I'm kind of doing and what kind of environment, in my opinion, my compliment rating and compliment factor. Work with me. We're going to try to do this. 50. It's like hard to put 50 on the table or somewhere. So if y'all can, put the numbers down because I'm going to lose track of numbers. So we're going to start at number 50. Just put 50 or whatever. Let me know what number we're on because I will probably forget that. So coming in at number 50 is a fragrance that I picked up, I think like last year. I meant to drop this video last summer, but of course I was in the middle of moving. And this fragrance, I was just on the internet searching for vacation fragrances I haven't had. I know this house has a great vacation fragrance, which I own. And I was looking for something fruity, tropical, and something that would work. I will say that this is a tad bit disappointing to me. I have a love-hate relationship with this fragrance, but it goes at number 50 because the only time I will probably kind of wear this fragrance is on vacation. I probably will not repurchase this fragrance in full transparency, but we'll see what it does this summer. I have a love-hate relationship with this because at times it smells really good. Then at other times, it smells extremely juvenile to me. And then at other times, it smells like, I don't know, hairspray or something Zara could have did. But it's not that expensive. And this is from Rihanna, and that's Apple Nanas. Apple Nanas. So what you get here is you're going to get apple, some different fruits, I believe some vanilla, some woods. And it's the apple is extremely sharp, and I think the sharp crispness of the apple just gives it almost like hairspray vibes. I don't really care for it that much on paper, but when I'm wearing it, it's a very fun, youthful fragrance. If you want to wear something fun, youthful, then this would be up your alley. I don't believe these are that expensive. I think they're like under 150, but I probably personally, just on my own vibe, could have did something better with that 150. But if you're a youthful person, somebody in their 20s, a female, it definitely to me leans feminine because it's just fruity, sharp quality. But there's this alcoholic kind of thing in the opening with the apple and these other fruits that just gives me kind of hairspray vibes. Again, is it compliment getting? Yes, absolutely compliment getting. I have received like one compliment on this, but just my vibe is kind of not my vibe, which means I would wear it on vacation. So if I'm going on vacation, something I want to throw in the bag, TSA, if it gets lost, cool. If it doesn't, cool. But where apple bananas is one I would grab for. I think Frangipani may be in this, I believe. But it's a nice tropical fragrance, nothing to write home to mama, nothing to do backflips over, to be totally honest. Very few times, again, this had to be a blind buy for me. I probably should have sampled it, but they have another fragrance that's really, really good. But this is my number 50, and that's Apple Bananas from Rihanna. All right, going next. Okay, this fragrance is, if you want to wear vanilla in the summertime, this fragrance works. This is from Acqua de Palma, and this Mandolo di Sicilia. So this is a fluffy, like vanilla ice cream. Vanilla, almonds, it's some fruits up there. I believe it's a floral here or two in this, but this is all to me about vanilla, almond, and some citruses. It's a good vanilla, very feminine. To me, this leans feminine, but on skin, summertime, vacation, again, you out at the spot, summertime, daytime, this isn't too rich or too like sticky. Some fragrances on this list, they're ranked a little bit lower because when you go outside and wear these, they can get a little sticky depending on the time of day, the heat and everything. But this house does a lot of great like summertime fragrances, and Mandolo di Sicilia is a summertime vanilla fragrance that leans feminine. So women who watch me, because I have noticed that a lot of women are starting to watch my content, this is a good one to wear. And on discounters, I believe you can get this for under $100. So give it a take, give it a look. Again, this is vanilla, almond, and some citruses to brighten up. It's like vanilla ice cream, and there's a fluffiness to the texture of the fragrance, and that's Mandolo di Sicilia. Like, I don't wear it as much because of that vanilla, and most of the time when it's hot, I just prefer to wear a citrus, a energizing kind of fragrance. This doesn't really give me that, but it's a good one if you like vanilla in the summertime. So that's, I don't know, 49. Y'all gonna have to keep me up with the numbers. My next fragrance is a fragrance that, if you've been watching me for a while, I think I've talked about this fragrance a couple of times. It's one of my most complimented fragrances in this list. You could be surprised to see me talk about this fragrance on the list, just because it's an affordable designer fragrance. But sometimes, regardless of how much niche fragrances I have or whatever I buy, it's a few fragrances I'm always going to go back to. And this is from Invictus, and this is Invictus Legend. Now, this is a blue fragrance, a shampoo type of fragrance, a aqua fragrance. Again, highly complimented for me. I always go back to this because when it came to, outside of Bleu De Chanel is a goat blue fragrance for me. But when it came to aquatics, I know people like some of the other Invictuses, like the original aqua. But to me, this was always kind of my favorite. Some people, is this discontinued now in the chat? I think it might be discontinued now. If there's an alternative for this that came out, because I don't go around buying Invictus fragrances. I just don't. But this is one that I'm glad I still have. I reach for it every now and then, just kind of go through it, but highly complimented. I believe bay leaf might be in here, so it has a little bit of green, spicy herbaceousness to it. But overall, when it comes to vacation fragrances, this is one I would decant when on vacation. Why? Because if you're somewhere where you don't want to think about, is this too complex? Or if I just want to wear something that's just going to be extremely mass appealing, you can't go wrong with that. And that's going to be Invictus Legend. Moving on. Okay. What do we have next? Okay, I don't know what number we on. So I'm just going to say next. My guy who does all the in my comments, he generally will write every fragrance and every list and every number that I have. He writes it and I will pin it. So I will pin it in the comments when he does that for me, and I will also pin it in the description. All right, we're on number 40. Somebody said 46, 47. I don't know. All right, we're going 46. I'm going to go 46. This next fragrance is one I talked about, I believe last year is when I talked about this fragrance. It is a tropical fragrance. It's one that can disappear. It comes and goes. At times it gets sticky, but without being too sticky. This is a mango fragrance, and this is from Thomas Cosmala, and this is Neon. This is number 4. What is this? To me, this is Baccarat Rouge with a little bit of mango. And then they added some aldehydes. It's like ozonic and solar, and it has that like musky, woody whisper with a sweet candied mango. It's almost artificial. That's why I say it's a candied mango. It doesn't give me a fresh, ripe mango. I have better mango fragrances that I will be discussing in this video. But if you want a fragrance you can get at discounters for the low that performs on me like a champ, that even when it's hot, you can wear this and it doesn't go too ambery on you, but it will disappear. This is one that I think, you should give a sample or give it a try. I like wearing it. Of course, I'm not going to reach for it as much because how low it is. My top 10 is kind of what I'm going to be reaching for. But my top 30, I'm going to reach for a little bit more. But again, it's a nice addition to my collection. I wear it every now and then, not something I wear frequently, so I'm not going to sit on here and say I'm wearing this all the time. I'm not even going to do that to you. But it's a good mango fragrance, not the best mango fragrance, but if you think mango, Baccarat Rouge for a fragrance, I believe you can find this at discounters around the 110 mark, I believe. It's not a bad fragrance to go with, and that's going to be Neon number 4 at whatever number we're on. What are we, 46, 47? Moving on. This next fragrance, I want to believe I'm the first person, I believe, on YouTube that reviewed this fragrance. I believe you can always go back and look at the date stamp on when I talked about this fragrance. It wasn't one that I hyped, but it's one that fits definitely for this occasion. It's aquatic, but my issue with this fragrance is it's extremely strong. It is a strong fragrance on me. But my biggest problem with this fragrance is it has like jasmine, and it has like a ton. That jasmine, if you watch me for a while, you know my relationship with jasmine. Me and jasmine don't really get along like that. We just don't. It's headache inducing to me. It has to be done right. It ain't that it smell like old lady, but it's just something about it. And it's just something about jasmine don't really work for me. So I kind of stay clear of some white florals, but this is one from the house of Mancera, and this is Wave Musk. Again, a little goes a long way. This is old school Mancera with the screw top. So when you start thinking about aquatic fragrances, there are 3 different, when I think sea aquatics, there are 3 different ways I interpret that type of smell. There's what I consider the deep blue sea. The deep blue sea to me is when you're on a boat or a yacht, you rent it out while you're on vacation, you're miles out in the middle of the ocean, and you smell the fresh air, the boat moving, you have, cervezos and you have your beer, and you can smell the air, you can smell the salt from the sea. It's that, I call it the deep blue sea smell. Then there's the sea smell when you're on your balcony. You wake up in the morning at your resort, you open up the door, you can smell the solar, you can smell like the environment of the sun, you can smell the breeze coming off the salty coming off the ocean, a little bit of sand, like you're just taking it all in. Then there's the smell of being on a pier. To me, all three of these smell different. With the pier, you get a little bit of seaweed, you get some driftwood, you get the aquatics, the saltiness, you get all of that. That's what wave musk gives me. It gives me pier vibes. That's not a bad thing, but the jasmine in this throws it off for me. I think this may be discontinued, but this last, I can't get this off of my skin. Off of my skin. This lasts like forever on me. And because it's so strong and because jasmine is headache inducing, I want to reach for this more in the spring because I think with the florals, I try to test my jasmine tolerance in the spring because the florals and environment kind of works for me, but I'll be testing this again. But it's a great fragrance, vacation. If you're okay with white florals and a little bit of like seaweed smell, driftwood, ocean, this, and I believe grapefruit might be because there's a tartness to it. I think grapefruit might be in here. I think. Don't quote me on that. Overall, powerful fragrance. If you have it in your repertoire, because I think it's discontinued, bro, wear it on vacation. It'll work. And it's going to last all day. I can't get it off the skin on me. Next up, I don't know what which number we're on, but this is another Mancera. To me, this was getting a lot of hate. When I got this fragrance, I believe like right when it first hit discounters, when it first hit discounters. And when I smelt it, it was such a love for me. I called Ross up and we talked on the phone. I was going to the gym. He was at the gym and we was rapping. He was in between sets and we were wrapping it up about this fragrance. And me and him both love this fragrance. And this is from the House of Mancera, and this is French Riviera. Now, what is this? I just said that we have different types of aquatic, deep blue sea, you have the pier, and you have your balcony. To me, this gives me balcony vibes. It's like fresh, musky, clean white linen. When I smell this, I smell clean white linen, freshness, saltiness, sea. To me, this reeks of vacation to me, like luxury resort vibes. That's what it smells like to me. Now, there's different kind of fragrance wearers in this community. There's fragrance wearers who need complexity. They want interesting things. There's fragrance wearers who want to feel transported. There's fragrance wearers who say, I just want to walk out the house and smell good and I want compliments and I want to drop panties, right? This isn't for the drop panty guy. I got some joints for that. Hold fast. I mean, ain't no fragrance gonna drop panties. But if panties were to drop on the fragrances, I have some that would do that. Hugs last a little bit longer. But with this fragrance, this is a transporter fragrance to me. I don't really care if I receive compliments on this or not. If I'm on vacation, it's a vibe. I smell like I took a shower because there's a soapiness to it. It's clean, it's transportive, it smells like the ocean. If I'm near water or going anywhere near water, whether I'm going to Annapolis to get some seafood, I'm going out to dinner, on the pier, I'm probably reaching for a fragrance like this because it blends with the environment. It just smells clean. You smell clean. You smell like you took a bath. That's it. Is it, oh my God, my panties are wet by smelling you. No, it ain't that. But if you just want to smell good, sometimes I just want to smell good. I don't need the affirmation. This works for me. I love this fragrance. This is a great fragrance for me. And this is French Riviera from the House of Mancera. I think, is this discontinued too? I don't know. I don't keep up with the Mancera stuff. Okay, coming up next. What number am I on? Somebody put the number on. Y'all got to, I told y'all to help me out. It's a lot of stuff. Let me see. What did he say? 44? All right, 44. Appreciate you, homeboy. Or homegirl. Yeah, homeboy. Wallace. So this fragrance got a lot of hype, right? And I ain't I didn't blind buy this fragrance. I smelt this fragrance before I got it. I think it's a good fragrance. I do think the hype is a little bit, and it's cool. It's cool. I think the hype is a little bit, kind of exaggerated, but also think most of the hype came from Instagram and people who got free bottles. Not saying that that they are lying to you. I'm just saying I wasn't as impressed as some of those reviews have been impressed. But I think overall it's a good fragrance. I think at times it's a very playful fragrance. This is a casual fragrance. I wouldn't wear this fragrance to be dressed up, me personally. This is a casual fragrance, a fun fragrance, slightly juvenile, very youthful, but overall solid fragrance. And this is from the House of Room 1015, and this is Wave Child. Now, what is this? This is Watermelon Jolly Ranchers. So if you want to smell like Watermelon Jolly Ranchers, cool, wear it. If you hear that and you say, that sounds really girly and childish to me, cool, stay away from it. This ain't for you. And there are times I will never wear this. And then there's times like a happy hour, rooftop. Let's say you're going to Vegas and you're going to a pool party at Vegas. I think this is the perfect time. You drinking, the hotel's up top, is foam in the water. Women are everywhere. You with your guys, wherever you're doing a guys trip, women are everywhere. Everybody's half dressed. People drinking, some girl probably doing lines in the bathroom, sex is happening in the water. I mean, things are happening around you. Joe, this is a fun fragrance. This is what you wear. But if I'm going somewhere serious and I'm going to, like, let's say you're going to have a destination wedding and we're going to be on the beach in linen outfits, I'm not reaching for this. Oh, I have other fragrances I will, but I'm not reaching for this. This is just a fun, youthful fragrance. For those who like to go to Cancun, Daytona, spring break, those kind of events, I would reach for something like this. That's me. First date, it depends. Daytime fragrance, I'll rock this in the daytime, not necessarily night. Again, I got to be in the mood for this because I think it's juvenile. That's me being honest with you. I think it's juvenile, but I don't think juvenile is a derogatory word. It's just I'm not always on some juvenile shit. You feel me? So for me, it's not a everyday reacher for me. Not for me. And that's Room 1015 Wave Child. This doesn't take 20 minutes to review this fragrance. It's Watermelon Jolly Ranchers. That's it. End of review. It don't take that long. Okay. Next fragrance up. Next fragrance has many comparisons to other fragrances. I think they don't compare. I think it's in its own lane, but I do understand the comparison. And this is from the House of Spirit of Dubai, and that's Bahar. So I heard this compared to other fragrances that may or may not be on this list. And what you get here is a conglomerate of a whole bunch of different notes. It's aquatic, fruits, I believe like strawberries, citruses, and it's just a lot of things going on. You got some pine needle, I believe, in here, some musk. Then you have oud in here as well. I believe oud's in here because there's this slight woody animalic tone to the base of this fragrance. It's ambery, it's clean, it's soapy. It's, to me, the Middle Eastern luxury take on a aquatic blue fragrance. To me, it smells like but it smells like good quality and luxury, though, if that makes sense. Because some Middle Eastern fragrances smell cheap to me. Some. I love the House of Arabian Oud. They have some good tier stuff, and then they have some stuff that I'd be like, that smells like a designer fragrance. This smells like really good quality. But the thing I like about Spirit of Dubai is every single wear and throughout the life of the fragrance, you're going to get different nuances throughout the entire wearing. I mean, 10 plus hours, it's going to perform, it's going to push. different nuances are going to pop up. At times you might be like, damn, I'm smelling strawberry. Then it disappear and you're going to be like, oh man, I'm smelling like pineapple and citruses. Then that disappeared. Then it starts going soapy. Then it gets really woody and ambery. And then some florals come in the mix. And you be like, you get hit with a lot of, this is a fragrance you really can't review in like a first impressions in 15, 13 minutes. It in the whole wearing, I'm talking about every 10 hours plus you're wearing this. In every single wearing, depending on the environment, I get a different nuance. So the best thing I can say is this is an aquatic Middle Eastern luxury fragrance. That's the best way I can describe it. But it's not bad, but it ranks where it ranks. And I think the woodiness and the oudiness, when I want something fresh, kind of takes it away from me, where I like other fragrances better in this list. That's it. But I like this fragrance. I just like other ones better. Next up, what number we on? Somebody help me out. I'm looking at the thing. Let me see. What's next? 42, my guy. Next is from the house of Mancera. We're just going to go ahead and get to it. This holidays. What is this? It don't take me 15 minutes to talk about this. This is basically luxury suntan lotion. And it lasts 10 plus hours. This the kind of fragrance, like I said, you're going on vacation, you're going to a pool, rooftop pool party, and you put your suntan on. Yes, melanin people should wear sunblock. Yes, absolutely. And you spray this on and you get in the water and you get out the water, it's not going to disappear. It's going to stay on. This is vanilla, coconut, I believe Terre flower. This is a very creamy fragrance, a creamy vanillic fragrance that goes into suntan lotion vibes. But if I'm going to a pool party, if I'm gonna be around water in party, in daytime, I'm probably gonna wear this. If I'm going to the pool, I'm wearing this. It lasts. This lasts. But this is one I generally only wear when I'm doing that. I don't wear this if I'm not going to be at the pool or I'm not going to be on vacation. I generally speaking don't reach for this. And that's why it's low. But when I reach for it, it does numbers. Yes, it does numbers. And it tickles the noses of women. Because it's almost like you put on some coconut suntan lotion. Like what's that brand? That suntan sunblock brand. It's like brown with the yellow label, banana something like that. It's almost like you put that on, but you have this really sweet vanillic kind of vibe to it that really pops off a skin in the heat. Again, I generally only wear this when I'm gonna be near water or in or around water. That's when I reach for this. So, but it lasts. Next up. Next fragrance we're going to talk about is a fragrance some people might want to be like, dang, I like this fragrance. Why is it so low? Again, I said I've ranked these based on vibes. But this is a great fragrance. And when you start talking about, well, what fragrance is better than the other, this would rank a lot higher if I was ranking it that way. And this is from the house of Xerjoff, and this is 40 knots. This is a luxury aquatic at its finest. Now, one of my favorite fragrances of all time is Ombre Nuit from Dior. This gives me a stronger Ombre Nuit kind of vibe, but with an aquatic touch. I feel like, because they don't list the notes in their JTC collection, generally speaking, they don't list the notes. So whatever's on Fragrantica isn't, from my understanding, isn't the actual stuff. I could be wrong. Check me if I'm wrong. But from my understanding, they don't. What I get here is driftwood. I feel like I get some ambergris. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of like pink pepper, ambergris, driftwood, some musk, maybe a little bit of greenness, maybe a little bit of vetiver or something in here. But you get something woody, green, spicy, and aquatic is the best way to describe this fragrance. It lasts, bro. This to me is a 6 spray fragrance on vacation, 6 spray. And when would I wear this? This the kind of when nighttime. So you was wearing the other fragrance. You was wearing the Mancera during the daytime at the pool. This is when you're going out to dinner at night or you're going to the bar at night. You know, it might get a little You know, you out Sasua and you looking for the local strip club. This is the one you wear. This is the one you wear. This is your nighttime fragrance. This is when I wear that. I don't wear this during the day. This is your nighttime fragrance. You out, you having a cigar, 40 knots. Again, I could have ranked it higher, but just based on vibes, I rank other fragrances higher. So what number is that for 40 knots? I believe that we should be at 40, right? All right, 40. All right, so 39. 39 is from a house that, for the most part, performance is like subpar in this house, but it's so refreshing that I love wearing fragrances from this house. This is a fragrance I had, I believe, a 30 ml of, and I just got it, blew through it, and kind of went with the 80. This is a fragrance that you also go 15 to 20 sprays when you wear this, and if you're outside, you semi-bathe in this a little bit. Now, this fragrance has jasmine, but I believe it's jasmine sambac or something. It's like really creamy. It's not indole. And this is from the house of Atelier de Cologne, and this is Lemon Island. Now, what you get here is lemon, I believe jasmine, and some vanilla. I get some woods in this. But this is another fragrance that almost, with the creaminess of the jasmine, it almost gives me suntan kind of lotion vibes. It's a little fresh, soapy, but the vanilla adds a little bit of sweetness to it and depth. So it's almost like lemon vanilla kind of pie with some florals and creaminess. I believe there's some neroli or something in here. There's a lot of, I don't believe it's just the 3 notes that Fragrantica ever puts on this fragrance. I believe there's a few other notes on this. But overall, this is one on vacation or a hot day. That's one thing about Atelier Cologne. If it's an extremely hot day, and y'all know what I'm talking about, if you live in the South or somewhere where it's really humid, or the dry heat where you wake up in Vegas and it's like 110 degrees, and you don't want to wear something that's like so ambery or so sweet and it's like sticky, and you'd be like, ugh, I just want to, let me go take a shower. It's not refreshing. That's what these fragrances are for. Pop this on 15 to 20 sprays. It absolutely works. Now, I should get into the spray routine, but I don't want to take too long on this. I changed up my spray routine based on some knowledge that Raja put out in Scent Explorer. I wasn't there, but I seen the video. I tested that theory, and I'm getting more longevity in my fragrances by doing that. He said, you don't spray all over your body. If you're going to spray multiple sprays, you concentrate on one area. So I tend to go inside the clavicle here. So I might do like 3 or 4, or with this, like 5 sprays here, 5 sprays here, and then do, because it's hot, maybe in my arms, right in the creases of my arms or on my wrist. I typically do that. And then, of course, behind the leg. He say stay around your neck because the alcohol will age. Our neck is very sensitive, and I believe him. Like, the alcohol will age and your neck start looking crazy as you age. But anyway, Lemon Island, great vacation fragrance, extremely refreshing when it's humid and stuff. You can't go wrong with a lot of their fragrances in the hot summertime. Moving on, I think that's 39. So we're gonna go 38, I believe, if I can reach this without knocking down stuff. Okay. Next up is a house, a fragrance I talked about. I think I brought the hype on this fragrance. It's sold out. This fragrance used to sell for like $39 on Fragrance Net. And then I did a review, it disappeared. And then it came back at like 70, $80. It's crazy. And this is from Compure Sud Pacifique. And this is Rum Tabac. Now, again, this is a nighttime fragrance. My Dominican people, I know what's up with y'all. My Haitians, my Dominicans, my Jamaicans. If you know about the Caribbean in the history of the colonial times, rum, spices, things of that nature came from the Caribbean. That's where trade, and of course slaves, right? But rum is big there, right? That's where a lot of it came from. This is named correct. It's called Rum Tabac because this is a rum fragrance with tobacco. Rum. If you don't like boozy fragrances, stay away from this. If you don't like rum, the smell of rum, if you don't like nosing alcohol spirits, because the smell of it gives you a headache, stay away from this. I'm warning you, stay away from this. But this used to be under like 50, 70 bucks. Little goes a long way. There's some citruses. I believe lime is in this. Some cinnamon, amber, vanilla, some tobacco. Overall, it almost gives me side effect vibes, but a little bit better because to me, I love boozy fragrances, right? So I'm in the hobbies where your nose matters, right? I'm in the hobbies where you have to use your nose, whether that's, getting in a box of cigars I have or nosing good bourbons or whiskeys. To be able to smell the different nuances in that. I like doing that. So this works for me. It's a tobacco fragrance. One you can wear like night out or that midday kind of wear, or you just out having a Cuban cigar and you chilling, or a Dominican cigar and you chilling, drinking rum. You out. This is a good one. Rum tobacco from Compure Sud Pacifique. Moving on. Yeah, man, it's a lot, bro. Hope y'all having a good time. I'm trying to do the best I can, man. Trying to do the best I can. Appreciate the 13 people in the chat. Please hit the like button when you come in. Let me speed it up a little bit because we're at 46 minutes, so I need to speed this up. I didn't want it to be 2 hours. This next fragrance, although a good fragrance, is a little disappointing to me. And not disappointing because it didn't necessarily smell good. It's because things people said in the hype just didn't match. That's why I don't listen to hype no more. But it's a good fragrance. It's just it's solid. I think it's a good 7 out of 10 fragrance. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 for me. But that's for me. That's my own opinion. And this is coming from the House of Kajal, and that's Ican. It's a dark bottle. You can barely see it. There you go with the light. That's Ican. So this is all about passion fruit, amber, woods, I believe some vanilla or something's in here. This is a dense fragrance. It's almost a tropical fragrance you can wear in the wintertime. This gets really heavy and dense to me. Extremely dense to me. Somebody said facts. Stogie coffee community is similar. Yeah, it's similar to the fragrance space. And I'm going to go into a little rant later on how we really, if you consider yourself a fragrance connoisseur or somebody who really into fragrances, we have to stop saying everything smells the same, because we're starting to sound like people who can't tell the difference between one whiskey and another. It's weird. You should be able to tell the different nuances, and you should be able to differentiate between the different nuances of that. But anyway, that's a rant for another day. Yeah, this is a passion fruit fragrance. It's tropical, but there's something really dense about this. I got this late fall. And I haven't worn it in the summertime. I'm going to see how it performs when it gets hot. But to me, I don't know about this being worn. It's really dense and thick to me. Pause. But it's a solid fragrance, tropical fragrance. It's just not what I don't get the hype in it. But it's solid to me. It's a good fragrance. It's just, and that's Icon from Kajal. We'll see what happens in the summertime when I wear it and revisit it, but that's just my opinion. Again, don't be offended by my opinion. Okay, moving on. This next fragrance is one that I love. This house. This house is part of the feminine line of Guerlain. Guerlain is just a great classic house. They make great, refreshing fragrances. Sure, they don't always last the longest, but 37, coming in at 37, appreciate it. This is going to be from the Acqua Allegoria line, and this is Limon Verde. So this right here is all about lime, fruits, it's green, it's refreshing. This is one you spray away, bro. You spray away. It's just when that high heat is coming in and you just rock. Now I'm getting a good solid like 6 hours on this. Around a 7-8 hour it's more of a skin scent. When the heat really picks up and I start sweating again, I get hints of that. But the good thing about that is if you're outside giving hugs, let's say you're wearing this and you're giving hugs or you're passing people, somebody in your close proximity would smell you on this. Just again, just like the Atelier cologne fragrances is one that that's like a 15 sprayer for me. Easily a 15 sprayer for me in the like midsummer. But to me, tropical, man. It's almost like a tropical drink. Now, I don't believe coconut is listed here, but I feel like I get hints of coconut skin on this. Perfect fragrance for vacation, refreshing lime fragrance. Definitely check it out. And you can get what the Aqua Allegoria line from Guerlain like for the low. You can get that for the cheap. And that's Lamont Verde. Moving on. Next up, what number we on? Next up is going to be from the house of Boadicea the Victorious, and this is going to be Azrak. So Azrak means blue. So what I get here, this is floral. You get pineapple. You get, I believe, violet, some lily of the valley. I believe that's where the aquatic, watery nature is coming from, the lily of the valley. This is a fruity. It's like when it opens up, it almost gives me Mancera's Jardine Exclusive a little bit by that fruitiness, that fruity floral opening, which is almost like Edipur. But the base is where this becomes extremely masculine. It's like really woody, extremely woody, ambery, and musky. So it almost starts off a little bit feminine with the fruits and floral. But as it dries down, that musky, ambery base really comes in. I mean, I think it's some cedar. I don't believe oud's listed in this. I could be wrong, but it's not. If it is, it's not a. Think of dry woods is how I would describe this. I think it might be some patchouli in this though. But don't think earthy, dank patchouli or soily patchouli. Just a dry, woody, ambery base is how I would describe this. This is one of my favorite blue fragrances of all time. It works. If you don't trust me, trust the dick. I love Azrak. And that's I don't know, 30. What is this? 35? Moving on. I wish I can go more in depth on these fragrances, but I can't do that with every single one. This next fragrance is, and somebody give me number 35. Okay, 35 next. This next fragrance is one that I call a tropical smoothie. There's another fragrance on this list that I think that's similar to this that I think is superior because it doesn't go into this lactonic vibe to it. But this is a really good tropical fragrance, and I get really good longevity on this fragrance. And this is from the house of Xerjoff, and this is Cruz del Sur 2. Now, mango, pineapple, lactonic, some woods, vanilla. Is coconut in this? No, I think it's just mango pineapple. Could it? I just know there's a lot lactonic vibe to it, and it could be like coconut milk. It almost smells like coconut milk, but I could be wrong. But this screams vacation to me. Again, on most people's vacation list, this is a top 10 vacation fragrance. I just think I like the other ones better that are before it. I mean, after it. I just like other ones better. But in most people's vacation, but you just got to be okay with a very creamy, almost milky, fruity, tropical kind of drink. It just reminds me of a smoothie. And it's from the house of Xerjoff, and that's Cruz del Sur 2. Let me see. Somebody wrote something. Let me see. Is it heavy lactonic? Yeah, Selly. I'm looking on the TV because it's a little bit bigger. Yes, it has extreme, like it is creamy. It is. It smells like almost like a milkshake, bro. So by saying that, one can almost say it leans feminine. Because of that, yeah, I mean, I can say that. I can say I don't think it's really nothing overly masculine with this. I think it's unisex. I wear it clearly, but it is lactonic. Just know that it's lactonic, and I believe the amber, vanilla, depending on the humidity of the environment you in, it could be a little bit too much in the high heat. Could be, but I think it's a great tropical fragrance. Like you're gonna be near water, pool party, things like that. That's when you reach for this, or you just out vibing, going out for a drive in the summertime, and you just feeling, you going to a rooftop event or something for happy hour, bro. Reach for this. It's a vibe. Okay, this next fragrance is from a house, and I want to this particular collection of the house. I kind of want to collect more of this house. And this is from the house of Gritty, and this is Siracusa. Now, what is Siracusa? And Siracusa is spelled, as somebody writing this down, is Siracusa. And that's from the house of Gritty, Gritti. If somebody's putting it in the comments, again, help each other out. And this is somebody put 34 next. Appreciate it. What is this? This reminds me of being in Belize. This reminds me of San Pedro, Belize. You can smell palm trees. They have a palm tree accord in this. This smells just like a resort. It smells like a resort. You can smell the palm trees, literally, like fresh palm trees. There's like citrus. I believe there's lemon in here, or like lemon tree kind of thing. It's a creaminess to it. Like almost creamy texture to the fragrance. It's woody. It's vanillic. There, I believe, some musk in here that gives it this almost soapy vibes. When I smell this, I smell 5-star resort, white linen sheets, walking through the resort. And if you walk through a really good high-end resort, it has a particular smell to it that smells like money. It smells like a resort. It smells like money. It smells like vacation. Again, if you're the type to be like, oh, I want to wear fragrance because I need the compliments. I have to have the compliments. I want to turn heads. This might not be for you. For me, this is a transportive fragrance. This is a fragrance I want to wear for myself. If it get compliments, cool. If it don't, cool. No one's going to tell me I stink, but it might not get the compliments that if that's what you seek. I haven't received a compliment on this, and I don't care. I'm going to wear it when I'm vibing out. It smells like clean, fresh, resort, tropical, palm trees, everything about a vacation I want to be at. That's what this smells like. And that's Siracusa from the house of Gritty. Moving on. Let me speed up a little bit. Jesus. All right. Moving on next. Let me see. 33. Appreciate you. The next one is going to be tonic water from Mise en Soeur. So tonic water, bro. All right, first of all, this is a overly synthetic fragrance. And I'm not saying synthetic in a way of trash. Too often in Fragcom, we use synthetic as a way of saying something is trash. I mean synthetics because it uses a hell of a lot of synthetics and molecule like cologne and ambroxan, like everything's in it. This lasts forever because it's overly synthetic, but it's like they use really good quality synthetics, if that makes sense. But it smells synthetic. It smells like chemicals, but it's like aquatic, and you drinking like you're having gin. It's like straight up gin, aquatic, on the beach, summertime vibes, shirt button up or tank top on, clean, fresh. Again, this deserves its own full review. I can't do that here because we only at like 36. Or 33. I got to move on. But this is one worth sampling. if you think of booze, summertime, refreshing, vacation, aquatics, tonic water is one definitely. And I'm telling you, a little goes a long way. This is a good gym scent for me. It's a good gym scent. This and damn, did I put it on the list? Let me see. Oh man, I didn't even put that on the list either. That could have been on the list. What is it? Blue Gin? Blue Gin could have easily been on the list because I don't know about you. When I'm on vacation, it's only 3 things I want to do. I want to relax. I want to drink. I want to eat. Well, 4. Relax, drink, eat, have a lot of sex. What I want to do. Well, so I plan on doing on vacation. I want to, we can go to some excursions or something, but I want to drink. I want to wake up first thing in the morning and I want to hit the bar. And then I want to go by the water. I want to eat fruits. I want to, after we finish eating fruits, and then I want to go back to the room. I want to have some sex. Then I want to come back out, clean up, go to the pool, hang out for a little bit longer, drink, have some more fruits, eat lunch, come back to the room, have some more sex, get ready for the night, excursion, do whatever we're going to do, come back to the room, get on the balcony, have more sex. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to sleep. That's vacation to me. A lot of release and a lot of relax. All I can think about is drinking. And this is a good one. This is refreshing. But again, it's a lot. If you don't like the smell of cologne, stay away from it. Like I know Sebastian hates that smell. Or some people get an eggy vibe. I don't get it with this, but this smells like a good drink. Very refreshing, but it lasts forever. Moving on. This next fragrance is one I got off Amazon. I know back in 2017, 18, I believe, a lot of reviewers were talking about this fragrance, and they said this was very similar to Vintage Creed. And I believe you can get this like $90 on Amazon. If you search around somewhere else, you might find it cheaper. But this is from Laboratory Parfums, and this is Gorse. And this is 32, number 32. Now, what is this? This is basically Virgin Island water. People say this is vintage Virgin Island water, like the 4.2 ounce bottles. I never had the vintage bottle. I can't speak to what vintage Virgin Island water is. I'm almost surprised our moth, who likes doing Creed, hasn't done Virgin Island water. They need to do another Virgin Island water, and they need to do another Green Irish Creed. Trade New Wheat was cool, but they should probably do another one in the regular like Armoff Club de Nuit bottles. They owe us that because their Millesime Imperial one is good. Actually, I blew through that bottle in like in a year and a half, and I don't blow through bottles. That lets you know how much, and that's why I just went ahead and just bought a bottle of Millesime Imperial, to be honest, because I blew through that bottle. Anywho, this is Virgin Island water. No need to talk about the notes. You get a little bit of lime, coconut kind of vibes. It's not, I have a better type of fragrance than this, but it's good. To me, Virgin Island water is a Mai Tai. It's trying to resemble a Mai Tai. Cool. I have better fragrances for that, and we're going to discuss those, but that's what this is. Vintage Virgin Island water, apparently, allegedly. And that's Gorse from Laboratory Parfums. Coconut, lime, stuff like that. But I see my brother in Triple B up in the house. Appreciate you, bro. Moving on. Hey, man, I gotta speed this up, man. We already at an hour, and I don't even think I'm halfway through yet. All right, the next one coming up, we're going to just go ahead and get to it, man. This is Bohemian Lime. Bohemian Lime, when it's hot outside, man, you just want something fresh. You know what I mean? You want to clean. You want some. I think citruses work in that high summer heat. I know Big Beard, he out Texas. Where my Texas people, Louisiana people, anywhere down that side of the equator, y'all know Alabama, that heat. This is one that just actually works. Now, I think what is it? They use some lime kind of thing, but to me, I get tons of lemon in this as well. So it's almost like a lemon lime kind of fragrance to me with some woods and musk, but that's all. You get a refreshing lemon lime type of fragrance with Bohemian Lime. To me, when I'm on vacation, I want to feel refreshed and I want to relax. This does it for me. And we're going to move on because I want to speed up this process. It's not a full review. We're just talking about some fragrances. So that's Bohemian Lime. Moving on. What number we on? Somebody help me out. Number 30. Next, number 30. Number 30 is going to be from House Atelier Cologne, and this is Pacific Lime. Again, Caribbean lime. When I think of Caribbean vacations, I'm thinking of Caribbean fruits, citruses, lime, pineapple, mangoes, papayas, cantaloupe. I'm thinking of all those tropical fruits, frangipani, Tahir flower. These different elements reminds me hibiscus, coconut. If I smell that, that's vacation in my mind. This is one. Again, 5 to 6 hours, 20 sprays, 15 to 20 is the best way to do this. Now, the funny thing is this came out first, but I always, and I think a few would agree with me, this is like the little brother of Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill. Or some would say it's the big brother of Pacific Chill from Louis Vuitton. There's similarities, but differences. I prefer Pacific Chill, which probably could have been on this list. I'm reading this list and I'm like, I could have added that, this, and that, but I didn't. So it is what it is. But I have Pacific Chill, by the way. Yeah, man, great fragrance. Gives off reminiscence of like Pacific Chill, a very lime, green, citrus fragrance, refreshing. You can't go wrong. Again, 15 to 20 sprays on this. And that's number 30. And that's Pacific. I mean, what is this? Pacific Lime. Next up, from the House of Kajal, and this is Lamar at 29. I know people said Ican was good. It ain't rocking with Lamar to me. Bro, it ain't. Now, I was going back and forth with did I want to put this on a tropical fragrance list? And I say, hell yeah, I do, because pineapple is a tropical fruit. So I think it needs to be on the list. So what I get here is pineapple, raspberry, a crisp apple, adding some crispness to the pineapple, and I'm getting rose. So I'm getting pineapple, so the apple to me adds crispness to the pineapple. The red berries add sweetness to the pineapple. The rose is adding a fruitiness yet floral take to the composition with vanilla and some woods. That's the best way I would describe Kajal Lamar. To me, bro, again, this is top 10 for most people. And it could rank higher. I just like the other ones for vacation a little bit more. Sorry, not sorry. Moving on. Next up is a fragrance that some might say, why is this so low? I get it. It is. This fragrance has similarities to another fragrance, but after owning both fragrances, I understand the similarities, but they're two totally different fragrances, but not different, if that makes sense. Why is my phone? Who hit me up? See, man, I got to speed up. Time, get up out of here. Hold on. So, and that's from the House of Otto Parisi, and that's Magnum. So the mere fact I got a dent in this, and this is a 2 to 3 spray fragrance, let you know I like this fragrance. I do. It's been compared to Aqua Sapphire, bro. They go in separate directions. I own both. They go in separate directions. They just do. And I'll explain why later. But this is, again, a synthetic. This is synthetics to me. This is kind of extremely aquatic, deep blue sea aquatic, woods, fruits, ambery, and strong as hell. It'll get you compliment. I'm telling you, 2 sprays. 2, just stay with 2. If you're on vacation, maybe 4. Anything more than 4, you doing too much. You bamming, and what we say in DC, you bamming out. Means you're doing too much. You're doing too much. If you're from Alabama, that's a DC thing. It ain't got nothing to do with Alabama, but you doing too much. You're being rather flamboyant. You don't need that much. It performs like a champ. I put 3 sprays on and was going indoors. People smelt me around the corner. I told the story about it. It's almost too strong. I was embarrassed, actually, wearing this. I was embarrassed because it was too many sprays. Like 2 is all you need. If you go to the gym and you want them dudes that do 4, I think you're a goofball. It's just, you don't need to do that. You just don't. It's cool. Lift your weight, smell good. I enjoy the smell, but you don't need 6, 7, 8 plus sprays of this. You just don't. You begging for attention. Next up, where am I at? Okay. Next up is a coconut pineapple fragrance from the house of Rihanna. That's coconut nanas. This is a great vacation fragrance. Pineapple, coconut, I believe some woods. Ooh, and the pine. So anybody knows how to pick out pineapple. You go to the store, you pick out pineapple, you start smelling it through the skin while you're in the store. You're smelling it to see if you can smell that juicy pineapple. When you smell it and you be like, ooh, this smells like pineapple, you know when you cut that open, that's going to be like really ripe and juicy. A little bit of syrupy. That's that good pineapple. That's the pineapple I like to blend. Yeah, bro. Colonanas is good, bro. And it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. Where we at? Let me see. Number 27. Appreciate it. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. It just absolutely works. Coconanas. I'm going to try to move on because I didn't want to crack over 2 hours on this. All right, moving on. The next one is another pineapple coconut type of fragrance. This is from I almost want to rank this higher. This is from Lorenzo Paglia, and this is Pazaglia, and this is Summer Hammer. Like I want to rank this higher, but it is what it is. It really is what it is. It couldn't be ranked higher. Let me see. Hold on, stuff getting mixed up. Okay. My problem with this is in the summer, it can get kind of heavy and sticky. It's a very rich fragrance, like extremely rich. And when it's summertime, vacation, and heat, that could become cloying. But when you take that away and you're talking about a pound for pound, great summer fragrance, Summer Hammer is a absolute banger of a summer fragrance. I mean, this is one you wear. You wear this when you ain't even on vacation. Just rock this. You want compliments? My compliment guys. Hey, you. I'm talking to you. Compliment guys. Yeah, put this on. 4 sprays. That's it. 4. 4 is all you need. 6 at the most, depending on where you are, where you're going. It's going to last all day. Again, Summer Hammer from Lorenzo Paglia. And that's that one. Moving on. Next up is going to be a fragrance that's in my top 10 fragrances in my collection. Am I boosting? Am I lying about that? Top 15. Just because I haven't really counted my top 10 to top 15, but it's up there. Top 10 to top 15 fragrances I'm talking about in my entire collection. When I first smelled this, I was blown away. This is from Born to Stand Out, and this is Mary Jane. Now, the name, I like this ranks so high for me because I like when fragrances take inspiration for something and they create it to do it best. This is the best Kush, marijuana, weed, whatever you want to say, fragrance, representation I've smelled. This is a pound of some of the best sativa, bro. Little bit of blend, indica. Bro, this is flames, like a pound of it. You ever open up a bag of the pound? Bro, a pound of it. That's what it smells like. It doesn't smell like burning. I know Some people might say, well, but I want to smell like marijuana. I get it. I don't know why you want to either. And you might say, that don't sound very wearable. Trust me, it's extremely wearable. It's extremely wearable. It does, bro. It is wearable. So rooftop events, summertime vibes, you relaxing, you doing your thing. This just works. Now, I actually question myself, do I want to wear this out of the country? Nah, I don't, because I don't trust their law enforcement. And they be like, oh, I know you got something on you. I don't feel like being pressed out by law enforcement in a foreign country, because you don't want those kind of headaches. Because it smells like a bag of, not that burnt. I get it. People, you ever been around people and you know they've been smoking, they stink? Yeah, because they smelling like burnt and smoke and all that, plus the weed. It's a lot, right? This smells like the best flour with some of the best resins on it, sticky. Compliment Monster, bro. Rhubarb, mint. If whatever, a pound of it. That's it. Moving on. Okay. This next fragrance comes from Simon Edreli, and this is Leisure in Paradise. Now, this one, hold on, let me see if this the one, because there's 3 on here. Yeah, this is the one that I believe, to me, is the better version of Cruz del Sur. This is the one, Cruz del Sur. So if Cruz del Sur is too lactonic for you, try this one. I believe this is pineapple. Might be pineapple, mango, or guava, because mango and guava and papaya, all that kind of start to smell the same. Vanilla, coconut. Yeah, just the one. It doesn't go into the lactonic vibes. And to me, the pineapple, the ripeness of the pineapple is amped up coming off of my skin. The ladies are 50-50 with this, because I know this was getting a lot of hype some years ago from the ladies, little lady YouTube. But for me, you going on vacation, vibes, that's what it smells like. Outside of vacation, rooftop pool party, downtown DC at the W or something, I can get with it. Down Baltimore rooftop pool parties, I can get with it. But just outside randomly, I kind of reserve this for when I'm feeling like vacationing. Pool parties. That's what this is for. And that's Leisure in Paradise. Moving on. Again, what did I say vacation was about? Vacation is about drinking, relaxing, and having a lot of sex. To me, if I'm in the Caribbean, why not have a sangria? This is sangria oak from Precious Liquid. Sangria oak. What does this smell like? Smell like sangria. Next up, this is number 23, sangria. That's what this smells like. That's it. Nothing else to say about this. It is what it is. If you ever had a red sangria, because there's different kinds of sangrias. You can have a peach sangria, a white sangria, a red sangria, which uses red wine instead of the Moscato, Chardonnay kind of thing. Yeah, this is a red sangria to me. And it's nothing else to really say. Red berries, fruit, wine, woods, red sangria. And this is sangria oak from Precious Liquid. Moving on. This is a fragrance in transparency that was sent to me by the owner. This is from Day 3 Fragrances, and this is from called Escondalo. And this is one of their latest fragrances. Now, this is a lot of fruits, woods. This is extremely tropical greenness. There's this greenness with this fragrance that I absolutely enjoy. Tropical. I believe some papaya or guavas in here. what's the green one? I think it's guava. Because guava and papaya get similar, but there's this thing with guava that I think guava's in here. I think this is like guava heavy in this fragrance, but extremely tropical. Nothing overly like complex with it. It just smells good, if that makes sense. Like a really good wearable, almost, I don't want to say a designer fragrance, but it's just simple. It's a simple fragrance. That's the best way to describe it. It's simple, but it works. In the heat, when it hits it, the nuances of that like guava feel to the fragrance pops off of my skin in a way that's extremely transportive to me. It works for me. And that's from Day 3 Fragrance. And that's Candolo. Moving on. Next fragrance up is a fragrance that, since when I first got this fragrance, in full transparency, I was like, I forgot when this fragrance might have came out in off season. And when I first got it, I was like, it's good. It's cool. It works. But I really wasn't like blown. It's the guava. Somebody put it was guava. That's what I thought. Yeah, I just get it. And this is number 21. This fragrance just absolutely, as I've had it for a while, and I revisited this while doing this list, I was like, oh, this is better than I remember last time I reached for it. And again, this was given to me by the house. Transparency. And this from the house of Zaharoff, and this is Coco Loco. Now, with this fragrance, the clementine is the player. The player from the Himalayas, that juicy, like anybody go to the grocery, you get some clementines, and when you peel it, like it starts to just burst. Crazy, that sounds crazy, man. But like very fruity, juicy clementine. I can smell the rind. I can smell the pulp. Like clementine heavy. Coconut skin, woods. My problem with George, and me and George was on the phone last night because I was telling him, I said, I revisited this fragrance and I like it a lot better than what I did when I first got it. Not that it wasn't a bad fragrance, but I wasn't blown away by it. I said, I need this in an extra, but I need you to find a way where the top needs to last longer. George's biggest issue to me when it comes to his fragrance is performance. It ain't the quality of it. It's the performance. And when you want to wear this, you have to do like 20 sprays. And sometimes I just don't want to wear fragrance. I got to spray 20 to 30 times. I don't. But I'll do it. But my other problem is the opening that I love so much in this falls off a cliff at like 15 minutes. Like 15, 20 minutes. It doesn't just goes down. It like completely falls off a cliff. And then I'm like, it's like having a good chick. She a banger. You be like, bro, you've been looking at her IG, you've been inboxing her, bro, it's gonna be on. And then you see her, you be like, oh man, look at her, man. She's stacked, bro. You be like, damn, she smell good. And then she opened her mouth and she sound like Batman. And she got halitosis. And you be like, what the fuck? You be like, bro, you too bad for halitosis in this deep voice like you sound like Batman. Go save Gotham. And now you like, should I do it? She thick though, but I can't do this. That's what Coco logo is to me, man. It's like, damn, man, I got all excited, and then you open your mouth and you sound like Batman. And I'm turned off. It limp. That's yeah. But that's Coco Loco, man. The performance is a big thing when it comes to George fragrances. I know why he doesn't, because he also caters to a European market, which I'm told and been educated on, I think, talking to George, that they don't really do the overly loud, like I need to be loud and everybody need to smell me kind of vibe. That would probably hurt his market. So he kind of caters also to that European market. But I don't know, come out with a USA gun-toting market where we want loud and fast. I don't know. Help a brother out. That's Coco Loco, man. Enough on that one. It's gotten better though. I like that a lot better. Moving on. The next one from Lorenzo Pizzaglia, and this is Sangria. Again, this to me, I like it better than Sangria Oak. I like it better. Red wine, I think some brown sugar, some red berries. It is vacation. And I know some people may be like, I don't really get vacation. Listen, when I'm on vacation, I want to relax. I want to drink. I'm drinking first thing in the morning, bro. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm going straight to the bar. Well, I'm going to get some breakfast, and then I'm going straight to the bar. And drinking starts at whatever time I wake up, and it ends at whatever time I pass out. And then I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do it again. Between drinking and releasing the alcohol by way of adult vertical activities, that's vacation to me. That is a vacation. Balcony action. But Sangria, this is Caribbean. This is Mexico, Cabo San Lucas, Sangria. Moving on. Vertical action. This next one is from Simone Androli, and this is Sunsplosion. Now, this one, let me refresh my memory on this one, because I got so many fragrances I got to remember. I believe this is the one with hibiscus, lime, guava, or papaya. Oh, yeah, bro. Oh, bro. This is brighter. Fruits, citruses, it's like herbaceous, I believe sandalwood, because there's a woodiness in it. Now, I'm smelling, I don't like on paper. So when I'm smelling this, there's this spicy, I don't know if it's the alcohol or just the fruits mixing, but there's this sharp spiciness to it. What number we on? Number 19. There's this sharp spiciness to it that it's almost like 80s hairspray. Remember when the ladies used to wear 80? Well, nah, some of y'all might not. But like rock bands, like everybody had the spray that made your hair like kind of stay where it was. At times I get that. I get that on paper. On skin, I don't get that. On skin, I don't get that. On paper, I hate it. Well, I ain't gonna say I hate it, but it's just like, why did I put this here? Yeah, bro. On skin, I get the tropics. On paper, I get 80s hairspray, big hair, rock band style. So put stuff on skin. Yeah, man. But again, this is one you should definitely sample. I think if you can find these at discounters, you can find them for like 120, 110, something like that. Maybe less than 150. I'm pretty sure. We don't always pay retail over here. So we don't always pay retail regardless of the price. Sometimes we do and sometimes we don't. But this is one that to me is tropics. I believe papaya's in this. I believe coconut might be in here. Coconut water, hibiscus, musk, sandalwood. I believe I'm getting lime. This is very refreshing, but I don't overspray this. It's about 5 or 6. I do about 6 on this. This kind of lasts a little bit long. I do about 6 on that. And that's Sunsplosion. Moving on. Y'all know this house had to make the list. It's only right. And I think if you do vacation and you're not adding a fragrance on this house, you kind of just hating. And this is from Louis Vuitton, and this is Afternoon Swim. Can you say pool party without Afternoon Swim? Is that possible? Is that possible to say pool party without Afternoon Swim? I think not. Citruses, pool party, water, refreshing. What more can I say? We're going to move on. And that's number 18. Moving on. We're just going to move on. Y'all know Afternoon Swim. I don't need to harp on it. Next up on the list. So we're at number 17. 17. Coming down to the one. Yeah, we coming down to them ones, Sally. We coming down to them. 17. This is one that it works. It smells like luxury yacht party kind of vibes. And this is from the house of Kilian, and that's Blue Moon Ginger Dash. Bro, this is a drink on a yacht, on a boat, middle of the ocean, all white. You know when you on them boats and all the ladies being all white and they want to take their pictures and you out there drinking, you know what I'm saying? You might gonna have a cigar. It's a party, y'all just doing it. This is this is signature scent worthy. Is this discontinued? I might need to buy a refill of this because I wore this in the wintertime, like dead of winter, and it banged out. Something about ginger in the winter. Blue Moon Ginger Dash, moving on. Aquatic, alcoholic, vodka, drink, blue curacao, lemon. Yeah, one of them ones. Next up, number 16. 16. Y'all know what it is. I ain't even gonna prolong it. God of Fire. Y'all like, dang, God of Fire is 16. That top 10 must be crazy. Yeah, it is, bro. It is. But God of Fire. What is this? Mango, citruses, woods, amber, but it's a mango fragrance. Has a spice to it. Most of y'all seen reviews on it. A lot of y'all own it. I think it's a great mango fragrance. But I have better fragrances. Highly comp is nothing not bad I can say about this fragrance. But I do have better fragrances that I can talk about. But mango goodness, amber, woods, slightly spicy. Check it out. God of Fire. And that's let me see what y'all saying. I'm looking at my screen. I don't know, maybe. So we're at number 15. Moving on. Number 15. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. This 15 and 20, any of these could have been in my top 10. They could have been in my top 10. But I had to make cuts. You can't talk tropical fragrance. You can't talk authentic tropical, authentic green mango without saying day 3 fragrances, Bonnie. You can't. You can't. How can you? I don't think you can't say the DR mango tree, fresh, floral. When it comes to mango, when it comes to realistic mango, the mango skin, the freshness, the juiciness of mango that's not this candied, syrupy mango, Bonnie from day 3. When it comes, probably pound for pound, probably the best mango on the market when you talk about realism. Just like I put Mary Jane as one of the best Kush fragrances I've ever smelt when it comes to authenticity, Bonnie is up there, bro. Moving on. Next up is a fragrance of why I have no desire to own Virgin Island water. Simon Androli, and this is Party in the Bay, Malibu Party in the Bay. This is Virgin Island water that lasts, does not, and if you see this bottle, this is their 5th anniversary. It normally comes in a clear bottle like the other one. This lasts. Like, if Virgin Island water, you'd be like, oh man, it's Creed is overpriced. It doesn't last. You don't have that problem with this. And with this one thing I like about it is the lime is turned up and it adds a bit of tart freshness to it. This is the superior Virgin Island water, bro. It is. I have no, and when I say no, I have no desire to have Virgin Island water. And that's because of what they did with the lime and the way the coconut and the rum. What these fragrances, Virgin Island Water, again, they're representing and replicating a Mai Tai. That's what they're going after, Mai Tai. Very authentic. As a matter of fact, I have Mai Tai here. And when you smell, yeah, man. Those fragrances are representing a Mai Tai. That's what they're going after. And the lime in here is a little bit, it's just a fresher Virgin Island Water. It's just, yeah. Moving on. Man, we getting down to the big dogs. What number we on? 13. All right. 13 in an hour and 30 something. God, bro, that's long, bro. I'm not cussing that. This fragrance right here performs like an absolute champion. Performance is not an issue. This is a fragrance that I got when COVID was going on in a mask. Everybody was in masks. I mean, this is when people were dying. Killmatic, I appreciate the super chat, bro. People were dying. So the mask thing was serious. Even if you didn't believe in COVID, you kind of put your mask on, and it was like early COVID. Like you was like, bro, I don't, but you was able to go outside kind of thing. So it wasn't early, it was like mid-COVID then, because you was able to go to the store. Anyway, I was in Walmart. I put 6. I might have put 6 sprays of this on. And a lady said, through a mask, you smell so good. Huh, ma'am? You smell so good. What are you wearing? That's Coco Moon. Coco Moon from Beach Giza. Beach Giza. What is it? Geeza. Beach Giza. Coco, C-O Moon, for those who writing this stuff down. Bro, a little goes a long way. What is this? This is pina colada. Fresh, authentic pineapple, the pineapple skin, coconut, florals, woods, amber. This is also great. I think my guy Hood Sense was layering this with Bleu De Chanel. I didn't do that yet, but Bleu De Chanel Parfum, I think is what he layered it with. I need to try that this summer. He said it works like a champ. Coco Moon, we're talking vacation, this fragrance, my label's a little wet because I took this to Cabo with me. Took some pictures of it in the water, right? And then if anybody knows about Cabo water, you really, unless you at a certain place, you really can't swim in that water because it'll kill you. The currents are too strong. They tell you don't swim there. I had this in the sand. I was like taking a picture with my phone. The current came up, pushed it. That joint was, I was like in the water. I had to grab that joint. Low in the water, grabbed it before it got too deep because that sand is like really soft. The sand is like you can't grip it because the current is so strong. Anyway, doing Cabo, performed like an absolute champ. Compliments throughout the entire resort. Compliments. You smell good. What are you wearing? What is that? All the entire vacation. Coco Moon. Moving on. Let me see. Okay. We're getting down to it, guys. What number we on? Number 12? Cool. This next one, we ain't gonna prolong it. Number 12 is Lamari Porthole. Yeah, man, Porthole made number 12. So you know my top 10 is official. Y'all know what this is. Mango, passion fruit, mango, saltiness, iodine. This is just a tropical, sweet, ambery, woody fragrance. I believe caramel's in here, so it doesn't go full-blown gourmand to me, but it just off of skin. I think off of skin on vacation, that saltiness just kind of vibes. If you're going to a pool party, if you're going anywhere near water, a first date, you're going somewhere on a date and you have a water view restaurant, like a ocean, lake or something, Miami. First date, bro, wear this. Bro, trust me. Trust your uncle. Trust your brother. And y'all be calling me Unc, bro. Stop calling me Unc. Make me feel old, bro. Say, nah, man, it's all good. I see it as a sign of respect. When y'all first started doing that, I was like, man, go ahead, man, chill. You know, in my mind, I was like, chill. But then I was like, you know what, man, that just means they, you know what I mean? The you know what I'm saying, the youngins respect me. I get that. So, you know, it's nothing but respect, man. Respect back. Because I love the youth. You know, I never think I'm better than y'all. I did some wild stuff that y'all done, and it just is what it is. I just want to put you on the game and show love. Anyway, Lamari Porthole works like a champ. It's almost criminal that it's number 12, but it's number 12. Get over it. If it's your top 5, sucks to be you. My top 5 better than yours. Say, no, I'm playing with you. Nah, for real. My top 5 better than yours. Moving on. This next fragrance, we're at number 11. There's a lot more silver foxes, bro. It's just, I ain't dyeing my beard no more, yo. Let the grays in. You know, men in 2025, let's just stop dying and let's just embrace it. Embrace it. Plus, I'm at that age where, you know, your mama, your girlfriend, and your sister can get it. I'm just that perfect age, yo, like mid-40, you know, everybody can get some. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's for it. Anyway, yes, great age. You give less fucks at this age. Anyway, this is a fragrance. I don't think I've seen nobody talk about this fragrance. If anybody talked about it, it'll probably be Sebastian, but I don't know. I have to look. So I don't want to claim that I'm the first one to talk about this fragrance. But this is from Aziri, and this is Granata. Now, this fragrance, why is it above Porthole? It's above Porthole by a little bit. What this is it's almost like Porthole, but it's not, because this is all about melon. Cantaloupe melon with passion fruit, but the caramel in this and the dry down makes it go oh so almost gourmand. Oh my God, bro. Bro. So if you like the smell of, think Porthole with, because I think it's some saltiness in here too. And this is, let me spell it for you. Aziri is A-Z-I-R-I. Somebody write this down so you can put it. A-Z-I-R-I. And it's Granita. G-R-A-N-I-T-A. That's how you spell it. Because nobody, I don't think, talking about this fragrance, so it's going to be hard to find it. This fragrance, when I smelt it, I need to spend more. I'm spending more time with it, but I was immediately blown absolutely away. I'm going to dent this summer. If you like cantaloupe, honeydew melon, passion fruit, and it's on caramel, drizzled in caramel, with an authentic coconut skin, ripe, like cracking open a coconut, some woods, some musk. It's like you give me Porthole without the iodine, make it a little bit more authentic smelling, take away the mango and give me cantaloupe, honeydew melon, and that's what you get. Oh, bro. Delicious. I'm moving on. A lot of these fragrances, like, nobody's talked about. I never talked about, never took a picture. They need separate reviews. Follow me on IG. I start doing reels, and I'm gonna do reels on YouTube. So I'll probably like give 1 minute, 2 minute reviews on it. Like, I don't know. I need to do more content, but get tired. Anyway, what's up, y'all? We about to get into the top 10. We about to get into this. All right, the top 10, bro. We getting to it. Yeah, it's late as hell. Coming in number 10, we're going to make it quick. This is from the house of La Isla Blanca. This is all night long. Nobody talk. When I got this early. Not early, like before everybody else got it, but I got it. I hit my guy Kuba up. Kuba had just got it. He didn't unbox it. This is before he did his video. We was on the phone talking about how good this fragrance. I was like, bro, I smelled it before he did. I said, I don't want to taint you because Cuba don't like nobody tell him about a fragrance. He liked the experience on his own. I said, bro, it's up there. It's bro, it is up there. This is pineapple juice, woods, absolutely stunning. Now there's I think oak moss. So when you first spray this, there's this woodiness to it. Be a little mindful of that. Like you get this fresh, I mean, literally pineapple juice, but there's a woodiness to this fragrance that, like an earthy woodiness that it makes it the fragrance a little spicy. So it could be in the opening, like if you type that spray something on and go straight to nose, you could be like taken back a little bit. But this is one I spray and I just let it come to me. Yes, it's in the top 10 for a reason. I'm going to get burned on it. I think this came out in December or November. I think it's when this came out. So I haven't got full wear outside of testing it, but this summer, I plan on getting burned on this fragrance. That's all night long from Ramon Monty Gall, Ibiza collection. Moving on. Coming in at number 9, it's from the house of Boadicea the Victorious. That's 1907. What we talking about, bro? Now, when you want to talk about Porthole, God of Fire, no, it doesn't. It's in the same family. I don't think they smell alike, bro. Again, we got to stop saying everything smell alike. That's like if I give you 2 Glenmorges, this is Tales of Tokyo, this is ice cream. If we was in a whiskey or bourbon group and I was like, why are you paying $100 for this and $100 for this? You can just have this. It's similar to this. Bro, they taste different. They smell different. If you can't tell the different nuances in them, you probably shouldn't be reviewing whiskey and bourbon. And same goes for cigar. Like people who did that, if you was in a whiskey group and you was like, oh, they all smell alike, you would get clown, bro. But here's like, everything's same. Everything's a clone. Like, Anyway, but I do get it. It could be redundant to own all 3. This is a superior. If you're going to put them in the same class, this is the superior combination. To me, this smells like grapefruit and oranges, almost like a pomelo. I eat pomelo. You peel the skin, you peel it back, and then you open it up, and this smells like pomelo. You got sage. At times, I get hints of like H24 EDT in the mid, and I think that's due to the clary sage in there, the way it's a fixative for citruses. But this is, bro, 1907. This is backup bottle worthy. I have one coming on the way. So there's a few expensive Boadiceas I have backup bottles of. Faith is one. This is going to be another one. Moving on. The next fragrance, we're at number 8? Next one is number 8, and this is coming from the house of Louis Vuitton. To me, pound for pound, I've had samples of this fragrance for years. It took me, I think September is when I got this bottle. I was in the middle of moving, but I've had samples and worn samples. It's like Symphony. I've had samples, but I just don't own the fragrance. I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. But this particular fragrance isn't talked about enough. It is one that on vacation works, and that's City of Stars from Louis Vuitton. This one smells like a bottle of vacation. Now, I know they have on the beach, but I don't like on the beach. I ain't gonna say I don't like it. It's not bottle worthy for me per se. It's something about that sand smell that just doesn't do it for me. This one has a powderiness to it, a almost fresh, clean muskiness to it that I think really elevates it on top of all those bright, watery citruses. City of Stars. I'm telling you, you're going to the gym, especially the gym, or you're going to be out and about on an extremely hot day. City of Stars is a absolute monster, bro. Again, I've had samples, and then I said, I got me a bottle, but I was in the middle of moving this summer, so I packed it away because I wasn't doing much reviews. But City of Stars, I'll be through half of this bottle by May. I'll be through half of that bottle. I guarantee. Next up is a fragrance that got a lot of hype from the ladies. Highly complimented. Last a good long while. I get about 7 to 8 hours, like solid 7 to 8 hours on it. This is boozy, sweet, fruity. It's kind of linear. It's simplistic. We're talking vacation scents. All that artistic, and we need Francois Damashi, and it needs to be like Frederick Malls. All those kind of people, get the hell out of here. This ain't for you. This for us who like to be outside around people. We aren't introverts. We're the life of the party. We're around women. We're around fun men. Alcohol's flowing. Half-naked people are around. You feel good about yourself, and they feel good about them. It's a vibe. Music is playing. Dancing is going on. People are getting numbers, and sex is being had. This ain't for the people who talk about panty drops, being in the basement and jacking off. This is from the house of Jess Box, and this is Caraca Heart. Bro, rum, pineapple, fruits. Bro, the ladies. We're talking about penetrating the nostrils. We're talking about being inviting. We're talking about conversation starter fragrances. We're talking about fragrances when you give somebody a hug, they hug you a little longer. We're talking about neck nibbling fragrances. We're at the top 10, people. These are fragrances that just, I like women. If you like men, cool. I'm not knocking you. It's 2025, bro. Get it how you get it. But I'm sure if you in the men's mouth, they're going to be like, oh my God. Because if a woman smelt this and she gave me a hug, I'd be like, oh my God. It works. So if you like men, wear it, rock it. Go to your joint. I'm sure it's going to be rocking. It works. Moving on. Bro, fruity booze. Not for guys in the basement talking about how grand Frederick Mall and Francois Jamashi is. Bro, we talking about smelling good, going outside, having a good time. Like interacting with human beings. Moving on. Sip. Next up is a fragrance you can get, but you can't get it in this bottle. This is an expensive fragrance. It's almost too expensive. I'm going to do a live talking about value, worth things. Is this fragrance worth the price that it cost? Probably not. But it was an exclusive, and sometimes you got to pay the price. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. If you want it, you got to go get it. And clones just ain't going to cut it for me. On a fragrance like this, a simplistic fragrance like City of Stars is too simplistic. You can probably clone this. But complex, some certain complex fragrances, they don't hit the way they supposed to. Now, the iteration of the bottles that's in now is now in Spirit of Kings, and that's from the house of Boadicea the Victorious, and that's powerful. Bro, this is like, people say this smells like Aqua Sapphire. Absolutely not. Does it have that aquatic nature of Aqua Sapphire? Sure. It's aquatic. But just because it is aquatic, don't make it Aqua Sapphire. I own Aqua Sapphire. They don't smell alike, bro. Not even not even close. This is almost like floral, fruity. It's almost like Azrak. And maybe Aqua Sapphire had a baby. Bro. Now, you can get this now in the Spirit of Kings bottle. Powerful. I meant my Connect in Maryland has the Spirit of Kings bottle. I meant when I got with them, I meant to, because I have a sample of this too. I meant to test it out to see if they're similar, make sure they haven't changed it. But somebody knows who I really trust say they're the same bottles. Anyway, powerful from Boadicea the Victorious. This 3-4 sprays, it rocks. And there's a lightness to it and a floral nature to it that is very like silky through the air, but it's heavy. 10 plus hours. Hugs last longer. Heads turn. People approach you and ask you what you are wearing. Yes, powerful. I'm not exaggerating. I'm moving on. Number 5. You got to pay the cost to be the boss with that fragrance. I'm not telling you to buy it. Get you a sample or don't. Doesn't matter. And if you think I'm hyping it up because, you know, it's $1,000 fragrance, well, why isn't it number 1? Because my number 1 fragrance is like less the price by 10. So price don't matter to me when it comes to this. Next fragrance up is also from the house of Boadicea the Victorious. That's Aqua Sapphire. People say Aqua Sapphire smells like Magnamar. They're similar, but no. Aqua Sapphire is a Mai Tai. It is a pineapple Mai Tai with aquatics. This is outstanding. People say this and Faith smell alike. Yes and no, but really no. When you smell them side by side, they're not alike. They're you can never wear Faith and wear this and make me think you're wearing Faith. And you can never wear this and walk by me and make me think you're wearing Powerful. They're different. This is also, well, I don't know if this is backup bottle worthy for me. Just because again, 6 spray fragrance. Hugs last longer. Aquatic, blue, vacation, Aqua Sapphire. You want this, to me, this makes Magnamar stink. When you own them enough, it makes Magnamar smell cheap. It makes it smell overly synthetic, but I also like the smell of alcohol. So it just kind of gives me a Mai Tai. I like that. Next up on the list. This is also proof that price doesn't matter to me. Because next up on the list, if y'all ever knew one of the OG fragrance influencers, Mr. Oz. Mr. Oz created his own fragrance called Motif Olfactive, and this is Makai. Another fragrance that went to me on vacation to Cabo. What is this? If you ever smell unstoppable dryer, the scented laundry beads, but the tropical version, that's what like Downy. So it's musky. This is a tropical musky scent. The musk gives this soapy cleanliness of the fragrance. It's very fluffy, but it has tropical fruits and florals. Bro, this could easily be my number 1. And this is like $160. Powerful is $1,000. I don't care about price, bro. Some smell good or it don't. Makai. And Makai spelled Makai, and it's Motif Olfactive, Motif Olfactive. So that's how you spell that. Bro, this could easily be my number 1. Last all day long. It just smells, bro. It assaults the nostrils. And it won't leave you. It stays. Next up, you want to talk about tropical Jamaica? You want to talk about fruits? Price doesn't matter when it comes to these next couple of fragrances. That's from Jessbox. Feel and Chill. This is what Wave Child wanted to be. This is aquatics, sea, saltiness, watermelon. This is what Wave Child want to be. This isn't Wave Child smell like watermelon Jolly Ranchers. This smells like fresh watermelon, fig, salty, aquatic. Feel and Chill. Bro. You near water, you on the beach, you going to a pool party, wear it. Or not. Make me no difference. Get a sample, figure it out. Next up on the list, should come to no surprise. This is and this is my number 2 fragrance. Yes, it's been dethroned. And this is from the house of Raymond Montregal. That's La Isla Blanca. Yo, as much as you can look at the dents and the scratches. I took this on vacation too. Bouncing around in the suitcase. Coconut, lime, none of those notes are listed, but it's in there. Don't look at the notes. Don't trust the notes. The EDT performed like a champ. It's discontinued. On one of my lives, I talked about the differences between the EDT and the EDP. EDP is a little bit denser. The EDT was just brighter up top. Not by miles. The EDT is better. Not by miles better, but it's better to me. This is a vacation in a bottle. This is like a rich man fragrance. This is, and you can get this, well, the EDT, I think you can get that for like $120. I mean, the EDP, because you can't find the EDT no more. So again, price don't matter to me. People be like, oh, are you hyping it because it's $1,000? No, bro, this is better than in vacation, better than Powerful in them. Now, scent on scent, Powerful dwarfs this. 1907 dwarfs this. But vacation, vibes, smell good for that kind of environment and event, bro, this is damn near king of vacation. And this is La Isla Blanca from the Ibiza collection of Raymond Monty Gall. Coming in at number 1. There's a story about this fragrance. Nobody talks about this fragrance. So I paid for this fragrance. It wasn't gifted to me. But because I knew I would be talking about how much I love this fragrance, and I have some small resemblance of influence because y'all are just going to buy it, I reached out to the company and I asked for an affiliate link. Yes, I reached out to them because nobody's talking about them. You could only get it at one place, and they said, hey, well, this is what you got to do to get set up your code and affiliate link and all this other stuff. So again, I paid for this fragrance. It wasn't sent to me. I was hunting down fragrances. I don't wait for a reviewer to tell me what's hot. I will explore fragrance houses. I'm going to explore a few more from this house. And there was only one place you can buy this fragrance. I looked. It's only one place. I have the link in my Linktree bio for the name of this fragrance. And this is from Saloon. And this is Bleu Mata. Bleu Mata. And the name where you pronounce the house is Salum. If you don't like booze, if you don't like the smell of alcohol, if that kind of stuff is headache inducing for you, stay away from this. Stay away. This ain't for you. Go down the list and get something else like Fill and Chill. This smells just like a blue mata. You can smell the curacao, the blue curacao. You can smell the syrup. You can smell the rum. It smells, and then it has this aquatic saltiness to the fragrance. So it's like you can smell this ocean vibes with the booze. This is, to me, when I think vacation, backshot balcony action, shooting up the club, packs of Plan Bs with you. Bro, everything about vacation. Waking up drunk. You get up, you start drinking. You may vomit a little bit because you ate too much. You brush your teeth and you start drinking and go some more. Hey, girl, what you doing? Let's get on the balcony. Bro, but people might be out here watching. Yeah, that's the goal. We out the country, Slim. And I think, so I ordered this from, I think the only place I searched, trust me, I searched everywhere because I saw the notes. I was like, yeah, I got to have this. It's called like 50 ml. It's like, I think it's like a European company is the only one who's distributing this fragrance. You might be able to buy it straight from the house. Check on IG, but they shipped to the US. I think it took it might have took like a week for it to come DHL to my house. When I ordered this, I had this for over a year. I've been hoarding it. I've been hoarding this fragrance. When I kept telling y'all I had a fragrance that I was hoarding, this was the one. Nobody else was talking about it. Bleu Mata. Now they have some other fragrances I want to try from the house. I'm kind of like 50-50. I kind of just want to get samples. But because it was like an alcoholic drink, I just jumped out the window and blind bought this. And I couldn't be happier. Performs like, again, you gotta be into alcohol. Yeah, you gotta be into like alcohol. You gotta love the smell. You gotta be vacation minded. You gotta love the aquatics. You gotta love the sea salt, the saltiness. Bleu Mata. The link is in my link tree because if I'm gonna talk about it, I'm only one talking about it. I kind of want, yes, I want kickback for that. Call me influence, but sample it. Well, if you can find samples, go to the actual webs. Go on IG. If you go on IG and you type in Salum SALUM, they probably have a link where you can buy fragrances. They might have samples. I don't know. Buy it from them directly. You don't have to use my code. But if I'm introducing you to this house and nobody else talking about it, yeah, I kind of want credit for that. Sorry. If people feel some kind of way, but I paid my own money. If people want to say it was gifted to me, I can show receipts and I can show interaction with the company. I have all that. So yeah, you can play with my integrity if you want to. But anyway, this is my number one vacation scent. Scent-wise, all the way around, Powerful might be my favorite fragrance I talked about up here. Pound for pound. Yeah, Powerful is. But when it comes to vacation, Feel and Chill is better than Powerful. And Blue Mata is better than them all to me because that's the kind of vibes I'm on when I'm on vacation. People, we ain't going to do a long outro. We hit 2 hours. This is long. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Hopefully my guy who helps me out puts the name of these fragrances in the it's a lot to write, bro. Matter of fact, whoever, I forgot your name, I think it's Tanner. Tanner, hit my inbox on IG. I got something for you. Hit my inbox. If you do this, hit my inbox. I got something for you on IG. But I got to know it's you. And I got a gift for you. But that's 50 fragrances. Again, I could have made this list longer. I didn't want to do 3 hours. These are all fragrances I love. These are fragrances that just work, perform, especially my top 30 just rock out. They do. So if you're thinking about going on vacation, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Next week, we're going to get to talking about shows. We ain't going to do another 50 again. I can't do 2 hours again. It's late and I got things to do. But again, I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. Listen, man, thank you all for coming out and showing love, showing me love at all times. Almost 300 people in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Listen, drink responsibly. We're going to keep doing this, man. We're going to go up. I'm going to start doing more videos in April. Around April, let me turn this down a little bit. Around April, I'm planning on April or May. I plan on doing lives every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's going to that might be my program. 8 o'clock every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then I might do top 10 regular videos every Tuesday and Thursday. I think that's my schedule and take the weekend off. But we'll see. I got a couple things in the couple things I'm cooking up, couple of collaborations I'm working on. A video I'm working on is the Insider. We're going to talk about the real deal when it comes to fragrance influencing. Y'all want to know about fragrance influencing? Y'all want to know, we're going to talk free bottles, payment, bro, what's going on? It's a lot of stuff. Y'all think niche houses paying? No, them designer houses be paying. I got hip to some information, some incredible, we'll get into it. There's some people who taking payment for top 10s. I don't know. But, my firm believer is if something's gifted to you and you are getting paid, you need to talk about that. You need to let your viewers know. But as with all things, at the end of the day, it's still your responsibility. It's your money to sample it, figure it out on your own. Please don't blind buy any of these. Please get samples. I don't think none of it is worth blind buying. It costs too much. Go blind buy some stocks. Go blind buy some crypto. I'm not telling you which one to do though, but some Bitcoin or something. Think you would do better. Anyway, man, I'm gonna leave you the way I greeted you, and that's in universal language of peace. Thank you. Check up with you next time.